guys, it's Janice from Ozark Family Homestead, and today's video is a health update video on just kind of how things are going in the 2.5 months since I started this whole health journey. For those of you that are new here, 2.5 months ago I got lab work back that showed I was a type 2 diabetic and had other issues going on, and it rattled me and really caused me to start taking my health a lot more seriously than I was before. So there's actually a whole playlist of videos showing the progression there from that time when I got the results back up until now, just so you can see how things have gone. The trials and tribulations of the last 10 weeks. So I'll put a link to that in the description box below. But in today's video, here's kind of my plan. So I'm going over the questions that some of you have asked in last week's health update video. So I was going to address some of those. And I was also going to show you guys my wedding rings and stuff. I haven't worn rings in years. I haven't been able to because my fingers are too big. And while I'm not doing measurements and stuff like that, and I'm not weighing myself here at home, I have noticed a difference. So I'm going to show you guys my wedding ring and some other rings that I've got too, and just kind of give an update, because in weeks to come I hope to give an even better update as I lose weight and have less inflammation and just get healthier overall. So we will go ahead and get started while I show you all the things and we talk about all the things. So here we go. Before we start on questions, I'm going to show you guys my kitchen. I wish you guys could smell my kitchen right now. So Sarah just made up, this is a loaf of sourdough bread that is going to a friend today. It's not staying here, but I get to smell all the smells. I have a chicken going in the Instant Pot, so that is smelling good also. And this morning, Sarah made up sourdough cinnamon rolls, and they ate up a bunch of them. So I'm telling you, my house has smelled absolutely delicious today, and lots of temptations floating around this house right now. And there's actually 2 more pans here of cinnamon rolls. These are going to friends today as well. So cinnamon roll craziness over here. But in order for me not to give in to temptation, which I have not done in 10 weeks, no sugar, no sweet treats or anything like that. Well, okay, sweet treats that'll raise my blood sugar, that's different. These are sweet treats right here. But what Sarah, my sweet Sarah, did this morning is she took a recipe. I will try to put a link to it. I found it on a site called eatnourishing.com, and that was all the way back in 2012. So we're going to assume that it's still there. If it is, I'll put the link in the description box for this recipe. She took this recipe that we had in the recipe binder, and she changed it up so that it would be okay for Mama's blood sugar. She did things like down here where it calls for maple syrup. She did some calculations to replace it with gentle sweet, which is it's a sweetener used in the Trim Healthy Mama recipes that doesn't raise blood sugar. This one already had almond flour in it. And down here where it called for honey, again, she replaced it with gentle sweet in there to make it blood sugar friendly for me. And I will say, these muffins that she made up today taste just like the coffee cake that I have shown you guys before in a video, the coffee cake that has all the brown sugar and the white sugar and all the yummy things in it. It tastes just like that. I can't tell the difference, but it doesn't make my blood sugar skyrocket. So this is one of the ways that I am staying on track with my eating, is I have to have alternatives around that satisfy me when there are cinnamon rolls and fresh baked bread and all kinds of other stuff around. And the primary way that we're doing that is by using the Trim Healthy Mama cookbooks. So many delicious recipes and baked goods and shakes and everything in here. I have all of these in our Amazon storefront, and I can't recommend them highly enough because this is what is keeping me on track. It is not, Janice, you're so self-disciplined. No, I am not. I have alternatives here that satisfy me whenever I am tempted by all the yummy stuff that my family is able to eat. So again, I'll put a link, I'll pin a comment below, and it will have the link for our family's Amazon storefront. And you guys can check out those books, those recipe books, if that's something that you are interested in. So, okay, at this point, we're gonna head over to the computer, and I want to go over a few of the questions that you guys sent in after last week's video. All right, we are gonna hang out over here at the computer, and I have a way of going through the comments and stuff that you guys left on the last video and just pull up the ones that contained questions. So these are the comments that YouTube tells me have questions in them, and I'm gonna scroll through them here real quick because I haven't gotten a chance to write them down in my planner yet today. So I am making this, I'm trying to be efficient here since I am running behind schedule today. Okay, the first question I see was from Linda, and she says, I know you are trying to do it the right way, but have you thought about the shots? So, yeah, I guess, is that the Ozempic stuff? Or I know there's insulin shots and things like that. So I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, but I'm not taking anything off the table. But right now, here at the beginning, I am trying to get my blood sugar to lower without using things like that. So we'll see, you know, if my body's going to cooperate. I know my blood sugar levels have decreased. I'm not in normal range yet, but I have seen improvement. And I do go back to talk to my nurse practitioner at the end of August. So here in just a couple more weeks, and she'll run more blood work, and we'll have another chit chat, and you know, we'll go from there. So I'm not taking anything off the table. My preference is to not use it, just because I'm always concerned about the side effects that go along with that kind of stuff. And if I am able to make the improvements that need to be made without the possible side effects being thrown into the picture, then that's the way I would choose. But again, I'll talk to my nurse practitioner and we will see about that. Figgy says, you're doing great. Keep up the good work. Also, your skin is amazing. Thank you, thank you. Do you think it's the healthy eating? If you use a face cream, can you let us know what it is? So I do think, you know, the healthy eating helps. My logic is fewer toxins going in. There's less impurities and toxins to come out through the skin because, I mean, your skin is your largest organ. I think that's the way you sweat it out and things like that. I think it can come about as pimples and stuff if you're detoxing toxic things out of your skin. Now, I do have a face cream thing that I use not even on a daily basis, but I did set it out in the bathroom. And so let's go to the bathroom, guys. I'm gonna take you in there and I'll show you the stuff that I do use for my face. Let's go on in here and let the light figure itself out here with the camera. So the stuff that I use is actually homemade by a friend of mine that lives down in Arkansas. She has a business, so I'm gonna put the link to her shop and everything like that. She uses goat milk and just clean ingredients that I feel comfortable putting on my skin, the largest organ of my body. And I'll show you what these are. I've been using these for, I can't even tell you how long, for however long she's had her business. I've been using them, I don't know, 2017-ish maybe. So it's been a long time that I've been using it. As far as face stuff goes, so she has all different kinds of soaps with different scents and things in them. I use the Berry Bliss on my face. It's just good for my face. So I keep a bar of this in the shower that is just for my face, and then we have a separate bar soap that we use, you know, for cleaning everything else. But this is my spare that I keep in the drawer. And I will notice too that I have two separate things. She recently rebranded and did an update on all of her stuff. So this is the old type of packaging, and this is the new type of packaging. So you'll see, especially when we get over here to the deodorants, you'll see old and new packaging there. But after I do this in the shower, wash my face, I will get out of the shower and then use this facial toner, and I just spritz. It comes, you know, you can get the little spray bottle. Once I bought the spray bottle, here, let me pull something out of the drawer here. Show you this, because this is the refill now that I buy. It's cheaper than to buy the refill, and I buy this and I refill my spray bottle as I need to with the toner in there. And then the last thing that I do is I use this cream that she calls Splendor, and I put this on after the toner has dried on my face, and that's it. So I don't typically wear makeup either, but the once or twice a year that I do wear makeup, I'm getting back in the drawer here again, I will use something like this to remove my eye makeup, the sweet almond oil, or I've used the, what is it, jojoba oil as well to remove eye makeup, and then I do a wash with the soap and do the rest of it after that. Now, some of her other products that I'm using right now too, we've been using her deodorant for years. I use this scent, which is the orange and ylang. Don't know how to pronounce it. I love, love, love the smell of this deodorant. Shawn and the boys use this manly scent of the patchouli and bergamot. That's what they use, and it works. You know, I have Shawn and boys that work hard and get sweaty here on the farm. The deodorant does actually work. And the girls like using the lavender and lemon scent there. And also what I'm using, this is part of the health journey. This is stuff that I've added in since getting my lab work and starting this whole health journey. I am using her lymphatic support cream, and I'm putting this, let's see, I'll show you in the mirror. I am taking some of it, and each evening I put it on these. These are my hot spots where my lymph gets congested, and I just put some on there, you know, on both sides each evening, and do that. Now let's see, the magnesium lotion, she has two different types, and I get the inflammation magnesium lotion. It helps with that because I'm dealing with a lot of inflammation, and I'm putting it on my legs for the magnesium to absorb through my skin at night before I go to bed. So that's what I'm choosing to use there. But again, I'll put a link. This is not an affiliate link. We don't have a business cooperation. It's just, she's the mama of a sweet family. I know she would appreciate your business, and I truly do believe in her products, and that's the only reason I'm telling you all about them, is because I love them, and I think you will too. All right, back over here by the computer. And next question is Family Friendly Fun Times asks, if you could, I need help with good healthy recipes and meal plans for type 2 diabetes. But then I noticed the next question too was, could you do a video of snacks and sweets you are able to eat? I need some ideas, Patty asks on here. For both of those questions, I'm going to refer you back to those Trim Healthy Mama recipes. Now, they're not specifically designed for type 2 diabetics, but they are all sugar-free. A lot of them are grain-free. They're not all grain-free. There is some brown rice in some things. There are some carbs in there, but I think your body does need some carbs. I know my body needs some carbs. My adrenals start really stressing out if I don't get enough healthy carbs, but mine have to be dialed back. I can't just go eat a piece of whole grain bread or a bowl of oats, my blood sugar will spike if I do that at this point. So things like beans and squash, sweet potatoes, I can handle okay as long as I don't have a massive one. But I'm going to refer you to those Trim Healthy Mama cookbooks. They're all in the Amazon storefront. You can't go wrong with any of them, although the ones that I would recommend, the ones that I use most often, are Trim Healthy Table and the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. Those are the two that I would start with if I were you. They have the sweet treats. There is one that is specifically for sweet treats, and I don't own it yet. Trim Healthy Indulgence, I think is the name of that one. Again, I haven't seen it personally, but it's all sweet treats, and all of the Trim Healthy Mama sweet treats have been delicious. So I'm sure it'll be a phenomenal one that you could benefit from. Okay, let me scroll down. Okay, Nocturna mentions ankle weights, that she uses 2-pound ankle weights all day. I'm going to switch arms here. 5 days a week, just to get extra exercise on a passive level. And she does an hour per day workout as well. So yeah, now some people had mentioned, because last week I pointed out that while I'm doing my walks, I'm putting my arms out and doing the little arm rotation things to try to build up some arm muscles. I don't know. I'm multitasking. I'm trying to do what I can do. And several had mentioned carrying like bottles of water or cans of, you know, green beans or something, just to add some extra weight there as my muscles get used to doing those rotations, instead of getting to the point where I'm doing, you know, 120 rotations, that maybe I keep it at 40 rotations, but I increase the weight that I'm holding, so I'm actually, you know, having more resistance and building more muscle that way. So thank you for the idea. I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm looking. Okay, other questions are kind of about the negative comments that I've dealt with before, so I'm not even going to get into that. I appreciate all your support, but that's not the direction I want to go with this video now, so I'm not going to do those questions. Someone is asking, where could I get one? Belinda was asking that, and I think she was talking about the menu plan. So I talked about that last week. Let's go back into the kitchen and I will show you my menu plan again that I did last week for those of you that might have missed it. I made a 31-day, like a loop schedule of suppers and breakfasts and lunches, all of that on one sheet. And I'll go show you that again so you can kind of see how I'm planning out our meals now for my family. So this is what I showed last week for the first time, and so far it is working very well for me. What I'm doing is I'm taking the breakfast section and we are just rotating through each of these 8 meals. And if they want to do something different, like make cinnamon rolls for breakfast one morning, then we just take the next meal, like should have been veggie eggs today. Instead they had cinnamon rolls. So what we're going to have for breakfast tomorrow is the veggie eggs that we were scheduled to have today. So this just takes the thought out of me having to plan things out. Same thing with lunch over here. Today we're doing that Instant Pot chicken, which is right down here. And I did make a note. I've been having to look this up every single week when I make it. I put ours in the Instant Pot for 40 minutes, and I do add a cup of water in there under the trivet in the Instant Pot. So we're just cycling through these roundabout, over and over and over again. And then here are all the suppers, 31 days worth of suppers, and the recipe book, the Trim Healthy Cookbook, Trim Healthy Table, Trim Healthy Future, the cookbook and page number that you can find those recipes in. And so this is where we're at right now. We did have grilled chicken for supper last night. Cabbage soup is what we're having tonight. The night after that we'll do tacos. And I'm going to show you my meal plan on my planner here as soon as I scroll down through these 31 suppers. If you want to pause and take a screenshot or anything like that, I don't have any better way for you to copy all of this down. I'll come back and do like this. If maybe you can take a screenshot if that does any good. I'm not techie, guys, so I don't know how else to do this better, but there is that. And here's where I write things down in my planner. Down at the bottom, I just take my list and I write down the next thing. So there you go. Like I said, tonight is cabbage soup, and then we just go, and I don't have to keep it on the same track here. I might end up, because of life happening, we might go through this much breakfast, and I might have checked off 2 additional days of suppers, just because maybe we had leftovers at lunch, or maybe they had cinnamon rolls for 2 days in a row. Maybe we'll have leftover cinnamon rolls, and tomorrow they'll have cinnamon rolls again, and we'll do veggie eggs 2 days from now. It's a go with the flow. I have the ingredients on hand that I need to make these meals, and I don't have to think about it. It's just one less thing on my plate, one less thing rolling around in my head that I have to think about. Okay, so that's another thing I think that I'm going to touch on here real quick. The taking obligations off my plate, taking stuff out of my brain and setting it aside so I could focus on other stuff. So when I added in all this health journey stuff, taking walks, planning out meals, having more forethought as far as food goes, and all that stuff, some things had to go. I couldn't keep everything that I was currently doing on my plate and then add in more stuff and stay sane. I couldn't do it. So having all the time that I need to keep the house clean and homeschool kids and run a homestead and a YouTube channel and, you know, just all the food stuff, it was a lot. So I'm finding ways to streamline things, to make things easier, like making that loop schedule menu plan that I just showed you. I'm using an online planner for homeschool stuff now. I just set it up last week, and I've got children kind of getting used to using it as a reminder instead of me having to remind them every day. I just recently got rid of all the baby stuff. Donated, I mean, the crib has been gone for a little while now, but playpen, baby clothes, all that stuff. I kept a few, you know, sentimental things to go in the cedar chest, but I'm trying to streamline the house. I'm trying to have things be more tidy, easier to maintain, easier to clean, meals easier to prep. What can I do so that I can put more focus on what my body needs and less focus on all the other stuff? At the same time, I feel like I need to utilize my schedule for things that require movement. So me sitting at the computer, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm answering fewer of the comments on there. I am still reading them. I find myself spending less and less time sitting at the computer. Right now, I need to prioritize movement. I need to get my lymph system going. I need to get those steps in. I need to burn calories. These are things that my body needs. I need to burn off all the sugar in my blood and get everything just moving in the right direction. And sitting at a computer doesn't do that for me. So in this season right now, if I have time to be in the garden where I'm moving and squatting down and standing up and walking here and hoeing weeds and doing all the stuff, that's what I need to be doing. I need to be making sure I get my walks in, all those things that are movement things, not sedentary things. Now I have to homeschool the kids, so there is some sitting at the table with Abigail or doing read alouds and things like that that I have to do, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to use my time so that it's productive and healthy and minimize the things that I'm able to minimize. So I just want to encourage you all that are on this health journey with me. What can you do? What changes can you make that are actually doable and things like using the online homeschool planner and stuff like that. I'm just trying to streamline better. So I encourage you, brainstorm with me. Put it in the comments and brainstorm with me. What can you do differently? Can you put an idea out there and I might steal it, or you steal some of mine? Let's use the community here to better each other so that we can be more successful. Okay, so down here on my planner, I have my rings set out, and I'm going to show you guys something that made me excited. So okay, I have not been able to wear my wedding ring probably, it was sometime probably between David and Anna being born. David is right here. David is 14 and Anna recently turned 12. So let's say about 13 years is probably what it's been since I have been able to wear my wedding ring. And here, let me see, I'll show you my wedding ring. I think it's pretty. I don't know, how does the camera focus? Camera. Oh, is it focusing there? I like it. It's a princess cut. It has the white gold and the yellow gold. So anyway, I can't wear it. I still can't wear it. This is where I'm at on my wedding ring. It still doesn't go, but it's looser. I mean, I notice a difference. There is a difference here, but I still can't wear it. I'm going to show you what I can wear though. So for years and years, this is the only one that I have been able to wear. I love opals. Opals are my favorite. I love them. But this has been my wedding ring for years. This is the one I would put on, and it's the only one that would fit me. And it still fits me, obviously. But I have other rings now that I could not wear. It's a pretty, pretty one that I could not wear, that I can get it on now. Look at that, you guys. I can wear pretties again. So it is tight. You know, I have to wiggle to get it off. I've got this one here, another pretty, and look, ta-da! It does go on too. So I'm not taking measurements, and I don't know, how much weight I've lost and all that stuff, but there's changes. There's differences, and that is motivating to me. I did pull out another one. So this one here was kind of like, did you all do promise rings? Shawn gave me a promise ring, before we were technically engaged and all that kind of stuff. And this is what, let's see, focus, camera, where are you at? There. It's just a little dainty little thing, and I can't wear it either, but it's close. So if we could get to the point where I can wear the things that I wore back when we got married in 2003, that would be phenomenal. So I know I have a ton. I think I could get this to go on. The question is, can I get it back off? Okay. I got it on. Now, you may see us go to the hospital to get my finger cut off, but okay, I got it back off. It's not comfortable, but I can get it on. So that makes me happy, guys, that there is improvement. And one of these days, see, one of the reasons I wanted to do this is one of these days I am going to come here on a video, and I'm going to slip that wedding ring back on my finger. And everybody can, yay, with Janice, she got her wedding ring back on. In the meantime, I have more options as far as, replacement wedding rings to wear whenever I get frou-froued up once or twice a year. So you guys be happy with me. Share your successes, please, in the comments. I don't know if you guys understand just how motivating it is to me, and I'm sure other people, for just to see, I've been on a health journey for the last year and I've lost this much weight. I can now walk 3 miles a day. Tell us all the things. Tell us all the good things that you've been able to accomplish. Those of you that are struggling, I'm going to tell you, I struggled this week with getting my walks in. Was not a good week for getting my extra steps in. Share those things. We can help each other out. We can support each other and encourage each other. I want this to be a good thing. I want this to be a positive experience. You guys are definitely helping me, and I want this to be a help to you as well. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some encouragement. I hope you feel loved, because you are loved, and I want you guys to succeed. I want good things for you, and I appreciate you a whole bunch. I appreciate the love that you've given me and the encouragement you've given me over these last 10 weeks, and I want the same for you. So be sure to do a thumbs up, because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Double check that you are subscribed, and then share Ozark Family Homestead with others, and hopefully the channel can continue to grow. You guys have been a great blessing to us. So the plan is for me to see you all on Friday's video. I am going grocery shopping today after Sam gets this video edited for me, and I'm going to probably spend the last of this month's grocery budget. The sheep are talking to us now, and we'll see how that goes, but that should be Friday's video. So Lord willing, I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Ozark.